I love to make pizza at home because it's so nice to shape the dough and there are so many different creative ways how you can top them. But sometimes you just don't think of it early enough to make the dough or don't even have the time for it. So this time I made the pizza with these frozen dough balls. For that I also made a really quick tomato sauce and mashed them with our best tool, which are the hands. And of course I also added some salty salt, herbs and olive oil. And after letting the dough rise for a few hours at room temperature comes the best part, because now we can finally shape it. And if you are still rolling your dough, you should definitely try this because it's really so much better and not as hard as you would think. And after shaping comes the creative part. My sisters just wanted some pineapple, so let me know what you think of pineapple on pizza and which of these pizzas would be your favorite. And for my dad I added some pepperoni, anchovies, capers and olives. And afterwards I also topped it with some arugula, burrata and hot honey. And then I had the idea to also use some of the leftover pumpkin soup as a base for the pizza. Of course, my phone decided to not record this important step, but to that I added some cherry tomatoes, dried tomatoes, and different cheeses like goat cheese, Gouda, and of course mozzarella. But I'm sure that some Feta cheese would also be perfect on this one. And afterwards, I also topped this one with some arugula, and then I added some crispy bacon, pumpkin seeds, also hot honey and some pecorino, which is honestly for me the better parmesan. And if you now think this is too much, then you are definitely wrong, because sometimes more really is more. And after the Qualitätskontrolle I can say this was really so good and maybe even one of the best pizzas I've ever had. And the dough was just as good as a fresh and homemade one.